Just recording this video again because I realised I do a hell of a lot of moving around and fidgeting and just not staring at the camera and just talking. Because that's what I want to do really. I want to just talk, just sit and talk and just verbalise my thoughts and really put a lot of focus and attention on that, because I think that's a good skill to develop. I'm going to be hitting day 7 tomorrow of NoFap. And swear to God, yeah, like, I mean, I have two directions, I'm being pulled in. Thankfully, the stronger direction is the one that's saying to abstain. And the reason for that is because I had such a great feeling today. Just feeling so positive. I think mostly just as a result of the streak, to be honest, and so energized. Like at one point during the day, I just started just busting out push-ups like it was nothing. Compared that to being off of the streak, I felt like it's difficult to do. Even I don't know, I'm exaggerating. It's going to be the same, but the sort of the mental feeling of energy that you get, it's quite something, I gotta say. And so I went just after I finished work. I went out. I immediately went and I was just ready to walk my dog. Usually it's taken care of by my family anyway, or I might just think I'd rather sit in and just play video games or something, rather than go out and walk the dog. But I wanted to really just get out there and just, it feels like when on a streak, I'll make any excuse I can to go and talk to people. And it's the exact opposite when I'm off a streak, in a way. And I didn't get a chance to walk my dog. She was out with my family instead. But I did just walk. I walked to the park, and just on the way, I just saw a girl and just immediately just went up to her without thinking about it, and just started chatting to her. And during this conversation, I was just so happy for some reason, just so happy and just so positive, and wanting to get to know her, and obviously not trying to come off too weird, but just trying to ingratiate myself as best as a guy can. And she was receptive. She appreciated it. She was probably a little bit surprised, but we got to talking, good rapport, and I was just still feeling super positive. Even I don't know. There was no reason to feel bad about it or anything in that particular moment. Anyway, she wasn't giving off any bad body language, nothing, and so. Just carried on chatting. She did eventually, when she said she was not living in London, she said she was living somewhere else. Well, obviously I probably shouldn't say where, not that it matters, but and I just said, how about we meet up when you're down here? And she said she's engaged. I'm like, yeah, what a lucky guy, so on and so forth. Again, wasn't really about the attitude of needing, to get to know her or anything like that. Just the feeling of just being connected, just going for it, and just chatting to a cute girl when you see her. And I kind of wish that it wasn't seen as sort of such a negative thing in the online sphere. I feel like it's quite easy for guys to take the opinions of women online, which of course you'd want to be respectful of women and the way they think, but every woman just thinks so incredibly different, and what one woman thinks compared to another is just complete roulette. Like, there is absolutely nothing bearing one woman to another, unless they're friends and they share opinions and values and stuff like that. But in the entire online sphere, it's all just an absolute crapshoot. They'll be completely different from one another, and that's why I feel like in this world, you kind of have to just do exactly what it is that you feel like you should, because otherwise you're just living kind of in a weird state of abject misery, and there's nothing really else there. You just need to do what it is that you want to do. Because if I continuously kept being afraid of what I wanted to do, then I would just continue to be miserable. Like, there's no fret about it. I'd be not living my life, I'd be living, the kind of life that is an amalgamation of so many opinions that one would see online. And that's really the only place that a topic like this would ever become paramount anyway. The concept of whether or not you should approach women on the street isn't something that's discussed anywhere in the real world. It's only like an online discussion based on whatever kind of spheres and sort of groups and things like that you see, what kind of YouTube videos come across your screen and stuff like that. So another very tricky thing, and just basically, settle that. Like, you just have to, as long as you're a respectful guy, you're not causing any issues for anyone, you're not causing any sort of major distress or anything like that. I say major, ideally you don't want to cause any distress, but there's only so much you can do when you're trying to get to know people that you don't know. Like, you're gonna probably weird some people out, and that's okay. You just are doing what you need to do, like kind of the bare minimum, it sort of feels like, So yeah, I would say, yeah, that's just that. Today was a good day. I feel very energetic. I don't know how long the streak's gonna last. I just like the way I feel right now. I feel like it's quite frustrating in a way that you can't have your cake and eat it when it comes to streaks. You can't continue. I can't continue to feel like this, and then also give myself any kind of release either, in the form of PMO or anything like that. Because that is kind of like the antithesis. It's like the reward of not engaging in PMO is this, and so you're giving yourself to a kind of like a higher power, and essentially it's a weird form of spirituality. It's like the concept of faith being choosing to believe in something that you see no evidence for. And for me, that evidence is this idea of, if I'm gonna, at some point in the near future meet someone that I really click with, that I can just chat with and just keep a nice thing going with. So it just, fills the, little void of wanting to chat to someone. And at the same time, I was trying to improve, even just posting another one of these videos helps that, because it's just reminding me, how well I, like to talk, and, that I can talk well about, problems and issues and, topical things, and reminding myself that I'm here and I'm present and I want to connect with people and just go from there, really. So, yeah. Just another one for the books. 11th of October, 23. Let's go. 12th tomorrow. Sweet, guys. Catch you a bit.